Hello, good morning. We are 30 minutes from La Paz city. We are below downtown, which is like 500 meters below the sea level over La Paz. So it's warmer over here. This is the land we have. So we are actually making a new factory over here that is gonna be better. It's gonna get more production and it's gonna be greener because we're gonna use solar energized, and then we're gonna treat the water we use for the washer machines that I'm gonna show you soon. uh, this is the land we have, and so far this is the first building we're building it right now. But the future we want is to actually have a big park over here, not as much as an industrial park but as a park, because we want to have like alpacas. We want tourists to come over here because a lot of tourists want to know how the alpaca process is made. A lot of people has that curiosity, so we actually want to make a kind of an eco-friendly industrial park, so tourists will have the opportunity to come over here, which is not in the city, it's a little more countryside, and then they will actually get to meet real alpacas. We have some mascots over there, so we want alpacas running and people, the workers over here, so they will actually get to see how the whole process, how the alpaca is made, how the alpaca gets the dyeing process as well, and then to experience how the wool is turned into sweaters or skirts or everything we produce. But yeah, we still have to work on that. We just have the first building, but I'm gonna show you inside then. Okay, so we're inside a factory. So far we have the first machines. We don't have the complete process.
Buenos días.
Yes. We only have the first machines, the first process. But for example, we get the shade fur that's from here. But we buy this fur from special communities that are in the Bolivian Altiplano because of the quality. It's so different to buy alpaca, for example, from other places than these communities, because these communities, the alpaca, it's so the environmental conditions and what they eat and everything makes this fur far better into quality. So I heard it's because of the weather, because in these communities it only rains and hails. So how the weather conditions gets over there, which is really cold and it's always kind of humid because of the rains and the hails. That's why it has a better quality. That's all into the fur. This is just shaved and we get it like this. This is just shaved. This is a white alpaca. This is, for example, a black alpaca. We do have a lot of natural colors because we have different natural colors alpacas, but especially the white, because you can dye the white easier. That's why. But we have to have. Then this is let's say this might be the first step into the whole wool production, because you have to put the fur into this, and then this starts shaking and shaking. This is called the shaker. The only thing it does is to shake. We put the fur over here, and it has to shake, and then all this dirty stuff will come over as a first step. We have to try to eliminate as much as impurities we have. So that might be the first process. And it goes over here. Once it has been shaken, it goes to the washer machine, which is this huge washer machine. And it has to be in warm water, and we use natural detergents. We don't have to use a lot of chemicals that are gonna harm the environment. Even though we actually thought about it, so we do have some. We use all the water from here, and it flows exactly over here. We have big, huge chambers, so we don't just eliminate water just like that. We save the water we used into these huge chambers over here, and once it's full, we treat the water. We have to treat the water, and part of that we use it again, and the other part just goes. But as a clean water, we don't actually do any harm to that because we treat and we clean the water. And yep, this is the whole washing machine. And I'm been working in this part because it's, I don't know, it's a lot of things I have to change, I have to fix, and I've been working on this stuff. So chambers, the washer machine.
So this is just the washing machine.
Yeah.
Like, how long does it take for the whole process to cleaning the?
Approximately, in order to, we have to divide the processes because, for example, in order to wash, like, let's say, 100 to 200 kilos, it might take up to 5 hours.
Wow, that's a lot.
So yeah, and this machine has to operate twice a week. So that's two times in a week we have to go fast and try to do as much as we can. But yeah, it might take a lot of time over there because it's huge. It's 60 meters long and 5 meters wide. And this is the dryer machine.
Oh, the dryer.
This is the dryer. These huge cubes.
Wow.
Of dryer. This is the dryer.
Wow.
So from this part, we do have another machines, but these machines are in our other factory because we're still working with natural colors. I've been working into this stuff because this is like the most complicated part into this new factory. But over here is supposed to have new the other machines in order to complete the process. But we do have, this is a dye, for example. We have to build our lab. So in order to dye, we're gonna use natural dyers as well. We're not gonna use acid. So these are dyers. Well, we do already have some machinery, but we still have to move it over because I just have to put them together in order to work. We do have our smaller factory up there. That's how we're still working so far. But this is new. This is what we have so far into less than a year of working. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna produce 5 more times than we will produce up in the other factory. This is the dyers. These are machinery. We have to use it. This is another dyer, for example. It's like a huge pot. Hello. So hello again. This is Coco. This is one of our alpaca mascots we have in the factory. So for example, the alpacas, they are like this. And for example, this part of the process, this is all big machines and all that, because that's the part we have to do it that way. That's the best way we can actually do it, is the industrial part. But once all the process is done, once we have the wool, we do that in order to work with our artisans that they have their workshops all over La Paz. So once the product is a wool into the industrial part, we provide the wool to the artisans in order to work with them. So we actually kind of make it easier to the artisan to work with us because we give them the quality we want, and all the hardest part in order to make a good wool, we already make them. So we just give it to them as a final product in order them to need them. And as I told you, it's a lot of people that work with us, so it kind of become a community. So we not only have to work with the communities that provide the fur from alpacas, but once we do the whole the industrial part, that is to produce the fur into wool, we provide the artisans that work with us these wool. So we not only have communities working for us in the production of the fur, but we do also form communities into the artisans that are the people that produce, that convert the wool into the sweaters and all the products we have. They get scary, but they're nice. They're scary. They're actually kind of cute.